Like, my concern is, will he be getting the education that includes the DEI?
Yes, and he will,
Yeah.
right? So again, in the sociology department, this is like a core of our curriculum,
Okay.
right? I mean, we can't really strip it out. It's baked into what we talk about and what we teach. We are still teaching the same things that we've always taught.
Is this you in the video?
But you've got this microphone in my face.
Ohio is one of many states with a ban on DEI in higher education. But here at the University of Cincinnati, one researcher told us that the law doesn't seem to mean a whole lot to her because DEI is embedded in everything they do.
I'm an undergraduate program director in sociology
Okay.
here. So as far as the sociology department goes, I think this would be an incredibly supportive place.
Okay.
We have a lot of critiques about some of the policy changes that have been made. We have a real commitment to supporting all of our students, to continuing, even though it's no longer official university policy. I think as a department, we really find diversity, equity, and inclusion to be very important.
Good.
Ms. Jones? You explained to a gentleman that DEI is baked into everything that you do in your department. Is this you in the video?
Like, my concern is, will he be getting the education that includes the DEI?
Yes, and he will,
Yeah.
right? So again, in the sociology department, this is like a core of our curriculum,
Okay.
right? I mean, we can't really strip it out. It's baked into what we talk about and what we teach. And I would say in pretty much all of our classes, there is a discussion and a critical analysis of how things like race and class and gender and sexuality impact
Intersectionality and all.
intersectionality and all of that. Exactly.
Can you just step out here for
Sure.
a minute, please?
Do you worry about your university losing federal funds for continuing to push DEI in defiance of state law?
I think you need to understand that sociology, our mission is to teach sociology and to teach the most current sociological information. And that's not going to fall under DEI necessarily as defined. But this was a parent who apparently told me that he was concerned that his child was not going to be getting the full complement of sociological knowledge in a sociology department. And I just wanted to make sure that he knew that that was not the case.
We can't list the classes in there. There was a gen ed code that we used to be able to use that we can no longer use. But the administration has said over and over and over again, and we're going to believe them until they tell us differently, that this is not to impact our curriculum. And we take that very seriously in the sociology department. So we are still teaching the same things that we've always taught, and we still are prioritizing those kinds of analyses. And within the department, our focus really is on sort of like urban sociology, on race and inequality. I mean, that's what people's passion is. That's what they do their research in. So it's a really substantial part of our program.
When you testified regarding Senate Bill 1, you were worried it was going to bring dramatic changes to your department, it seems. But the way you spoke to this gentleman, it doesn't seem to have affected your department at all. Were your fears at that time unfounded?
I think there was a lot of questions at the time about how we were going to be impacted and what kind of curriculum changes we were going to be asked to make.
And have you had to make curriculum changes?
We have.
What would be some of those changes? Because here you suggested it seems like everything was business as usual and nothing had changed.
I've got some folks here who are asking some questions.
Hey, how are you doing? I'm Adam Guillette with Accuracy in Media.
Who?
Adam Guillette with Accuracy in Media. We had received a report that...
Turn that off, please.
Yeah.
We're going to keep it on.
No. If you want to talk to me...
Okay, we'll aim it away then if that's all right. She said it's a core of your curriculum. It's part of everything you do. Is that true?
By the way, recording me without my consent or knowledge.
That's true.
Yeah.
Discussion and
So I would say the core of our curriculum has to do with various social inequalities, but that I would say that we are not in violation of any DEI laws because we don't specifically promote anything related to
She said specifically it's baked into what you do.
I mean,
I would-
discussions of equity, discussions of diversity, discussions of inclusion, not DEI technically as a concept. I think that my comments were taken out of context, and I think that
You spoke at length.
I spoke at length to someone who I thought, given what they had told me, was concerned that that content was not going to be part of the curriculum.
And
that
you would
their
say
son
something
was
to somebody
getting.
else who didn't feel that way? I mean, that seems like you're admitting deception and that you would say one thing to one person, one to another.
I would phrase it differently, because we have been given guidelines per the state law that we as a department are following. But that doesn't mean that the curriculum is going to be a watered down version of sociology, which is what I understood to be the father's concern.
And if the Attorney General heard that it was baked into everything that you do you think the Attorney General of Ohio would be concerned?
Well, I think that would be another conversation that we would have to have. I mean, I was on the task force for the arts and sciences in terms of implementation of the state policy. So I've looked into it, I've consulted with people, and I don't feel like anything that we're doing is contra to the state law. We've been told multiple times by the provost and the president that this law requires particular changes but does not impede our academic freedom.
What changes did your department make?
Yeah,
Could you this conversation?
yeah, I think this conversation is over.
You won't tell me. I'm very curious. I'm trying to learn, and I want the full context. I'd
Yeah,
love to
you're
know.
not though, but you've got this microphone in my face, you had a camera here.
We did. We're trying to learn. We would
You've got a
love to
video
know what
that
changes
was
your
taken
department
without
made.
my consent.
It
that
sure was.
recorded when I did not know that I was being recorded.
Well, now you're getting the full knowledge that you're being recorded, and you could offer all of the context you'd like. What changes did the department make?
I'm not going to speak to you right now, so I think that you should leave.
All right. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.
So there's certainly nuance, and nobody knows exactly what's happening in the classroom day in, day out. But I find it incredibly suspicious when a woman testifies against a bill, says it's going to cause major changes. Yet when I ask her about what changes she's had to make, she couldn't name one. Take action right now by clicking on the link directly below this video, where you can send one message that goes to the trustees of this university as well as the Attorney General. No Ohio taxpayer should be forced to fund DEI in education.